Hello there and welcome to the MDL Dota 2 League SA Qualifiers. My name is NomadCasts, I am here with MoFarahDota and we're very excited to bring you Infamous versus Luccini Gaming. It is going to go down in this Group A bracket match, and we're already through the draft, but firstly, MoFarah, my dear friend and co-caster, how's it going?
I thought you were going to say lover. I'm a bit disappointed now. I only got friend and co-cast. Come on.
Not on stream, dude.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. I'm looking forward to this. We haven't cast some South American a few weeks or so I'm excited to see. We talk about like casting CIS and casting China and things, and all them being the big regions, but it's nice to see different influences in like different areas of the world. So, see what South America can bring to the table today. Especially seeing Infamous as well. They're more of the well-known South American teams. So let's see what they can do. I like the tiny opener from Infamous. Really strong. We've talked about this so many times. It feels like so. It's been around for what it feels like forever now. But then Bulls, Luccini are like, oh, Naga Disruptor. All right, back to that big team fight ultimate those abilities.
Yeah, this was the start of the meta, wasn't it? This was like when Naga and Disruptor were like super meta not so long ago, and like it was like the opening which everybody wanted. And now it's kind of faded off a little bit. Naga not really liking the Meteor Hammer so much anywhere, but that ensnare is still such a good skill that it really does make her worth picking up. Yeah,
it's still a good combo, but the problem I have with it is when the enemy team gets BKBs online, you really fall off as a pair, because now that the sleep works so that there's a small gap between the end of the sleep and the Meteor Hammer being able to hit, means people can reliably get their BKBs off afterwards, so not really having to worry about that. I like that Infamous then go for that greedy Rubik pick, because you kind of want to balance out your greedy supports with having really strong core laners. We see teams like Secret do this all the time, where they pick like 2 position 4s, and then they pick these really self-sufficient laners. So I like the Infamous pick up the Rubik, and it's a very good hero. You can steal sleep, steal the glimpse.
Yeah, like no matter what Luccini go on to pick here, they've always got 2 great steals already. And I mean, you don't really want to draft around in position 5 on the enemy team. You don't want to see that Rubik and go, oh, we're not gonna pick anything with a big ultimate anymore, because I mean, it's a 5. You want to counter the cores, right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to. I've just looked at the bans as well, and I've seen the Viper, by the way, as a first phase ban, and that just seems amazing to me. I'm flabbergasted that a Viper has been banned first phase. That's some
flabbergasted, beautiful words. Yeah, and, I mean, Death Prophet's not exactly a common ban either, but apparently Luccini have their favourites to ban out. I know Infamous do like to play the Viper quite a bit, so.
Oh yeah, we've seen that time and time again actually, but a first phase seems.
Yeah, true.
I guess if you don't ban it first phase and they pick it first phase, yeah, okay, well, we have to deal with Viper now, so I can understand where they're coming from. So what do you think? What do you think Bulls go for here now, Luccini? Bulls, Luccini. I'm probably going to keep.
Yeah, I don't. They say they've got a bug with their name and it's just coming up as Bulls right now. I mean, I don't really know. I get the feeling someone changed it, not realizing that there's a limit on how many times you can change it per week or something. So I don't know. I'm just jumping to conclusions here, but yeah. What you're asking? What they want to pick?
Yeah. So they obviously have this. This is quite a greedy support at the start of the game. It doesn't really do too much in the laning phase. So I think they're probably going to look for a strong core.
They're pining for the Terrorblade right now. I mean, the fact that they banned out the and there's the Omni Knight coming out. Oh yeah, they banned the Razor, so yeah, you will have the Omni Knight. Infamous probably should have seen that one coming. But what they've done is they banned the Viper, the Death Prophet, the Razor, and the Enchantress. I mean, the Enchantress is a little bit strange, but those heroes do very well in the mid game, and and early as well. So that kind of suggests to me that perhaps Luccini are looking to go down that kind of longer game route. Whether that will be on the back of a Terrorblade, I'm not too sure, but they might pick it up right now. What do you think?
Yeah, I like the idea of a Terrorblade. It's okay. It's a bit of a not a great lane versus Omni Knight. I think they'll probably run the Naga Omni Knight as sort of some sort of dual off lane together. Would be my guess. Naga has such high base armor at the start of the game. It's really easy to trade hits. Ever since the removal of like Poor Man's Shield and things, all these heroes like Bounty Hunter and Naga that have good base armor at the start have been, I feel like, more valuable than they were before.
Yeah.
Luccini needs some. They have good team fight at the moment, and this Omni Knight's like a really good, strong core. But I think they need something that fights with the repel, like with the Omni Knight. So something like a And OD might be okay if they can see the tiny. Oh,
Oh, what a
Come
call! What a call!
come on,
My
man.
lordy, lordy, lordy,
Somebody
lordy.
stop me.
That was
I
a
like this
dream.
OD pick though as well because both the Rubik and the Dark Willow are kind of like weak supports where you can't really bully this OD out of lane.
Yeah.
So the fact that even if the Rubik comes in onto you, you can just like Astra imprison someone or something along that route. I like the Pugna pick though as well. That's a really interesting one. What do you
yeah, shows. I think
Pugna about?
that kind of screams I want to push at you. I want to dominate my lane. He does very well versus the OD, I think.
10 seconds.
Yeah,
he puts pressure. He takes towers. OD doesn't really deal too well with people like with defending his tower and such. He's got no wave clear, so I can see where they're going with this one.
That's true. I like the Nether
and
Ward
also-
versus the OD as well. It's a good,
Yes,
a good way to deal
yes,
with it.
that is a nice combo. And also the Rubik null field with the new being able to switch it to aggressive mode, that really does help out
10
Pugna and his magic damage output.
Oh, Rubik Dark Willow's a great combo as well,
5
actually, with the
seconds
null field too.
Under that, yeah, Bedlam's going to be wrecking heads, so we'd say.
So I look at this Infamous lineup at the moment and I think, okay, they have really good, strong, like mid-game fighting lineup. But then I look at Luccini, I'm thinking, they don't mind fighting here. Like, I think if Infamous, the way they've got their lanes at the moment, I think they need to do better in their lanes than Luccini do. So going into, if this Pugger and the Tiny do well in their lane phase, they need to pick a hero that can allow them to take fights here, I think.
Yeah, what kind of hero is that?
Yeah, they need. The thing is, but these Tiny and this Pugger can lane anywhere out of the 3 lanes, so it's difficult to call what lane their core hero would be looking to go in. I imagine it's probably a Pugger mid against the OD, and it's probably an off-lane Tiny. Not 100% sure, because Tiny does decently against Omni, so we'll have to see. I think something like a Brewmaster maybe against like the Omni Knight's pretty good as well. Take off that GA spell.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. But well,
I'm
so
just
they
worried
kind
that-
of run the Omni as the main core and kind of switch it up with the beast, with the brew.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
I'm
I
a
can
bit
see that
worried
working.
if Infamous pick a bad core against OD, then they can, as long as the OD could go to the safe lane or something, can just completely dodge the Pugna, and then they can pick another mid as their last pick, and then really take advantage of that matchup. So I'm interested to see how Infamous look to do this.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay. So
All right, so there's a TA coming out. That's quite a big pickup for Infamous, but I do know they like to play a hero a lot. So Luccini, what is their response to this? At the moment, they have Disruptor's pretty good versus Templar Assassin, it's fair to say. His ultimate really does do pretty well against burns off those refraction charges nice and quickly, and then silences her up and makes a easy pickings.
yeah,
They might want to consider, but then again, if you run this Omni Knight safe lane and get an early Radiance on him, then Radiance is really good versus TA, so that's another option as well. But I'm wondering, do they want to consider some kind of damage over time, or is it not? I don't really think it's worth it just for the TA
hero
pick when you.
mid. Let's go.
Oh. Also a thing for a while, not so long ago. That was really weird when everyone was like, "Oh, Jakiro mid's so good," and for like 1 month, and nothing changed about the hero, but everybody just immediately dropped him again, going, "No, Jakiro's rubbish now."
Shout out to my friend Dougie, who's a great fan of Jakiro mid. Decided to pick it at LAN. We didn't win any of the games. We picked it because the team's very.
Sounds about right.
But it was a lot of fun, Okay, so they've picked this Jug. It's a decent matchup against the Pugna because even if he decrypts himself or you as the Jug, you can spin and take it off.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
the route they're looking to go down with like putting the Tiny against the Omni Knight and then putting this Pugna off lane. But we'll see which way round they decide to play it.
Yeah, no, I really like this Juggernaut pick though. The spin is going to be so valuable this game, not only in escaping from all of these magical traps like the Dark Willows, Bramble Maze, and obviously the Pugna damage, but also nuking down those refraction charges like we talked about what the Disruptor can do. Juggernaut can do that as well, so he's basically everything that Luccini want right now.
Yeah, absolutely. We haven't really talked about it, but they don't really have an answer to Omni Knight, but they have like a pseudo answer in the Rubik, so it's not really a counter to Omni Knight, but any of the skills that you can steal as the Rubik is going to be really valuable for you. So if you can get that, that purification steal is like really can turn fights around, and then Repel and GA are always amazing. So we'll see what the Rubik can do here, but I think a lot of his like mid-game pressure is going to be watching that Omni Knight and trying to get some clutch steals off him to help to turn these fights.
Yeah, there's a lot of juicy steals, as you're saying. And, well, we'll see if Lysa can make full use of that. So, yeah, I mean, and also with the Naga, you're going to have that nice song to help set up on top of likely the TA if she gets too far ahead. But, I mean, not discounting the Pugner as well, but Pugner's one of these heroes where he doesn't really want the enemy on top of you. You know, he wants to kind of get that Aether Lens and sit back and do his damage from the sidelines. So the fact that they've got a Naga Siren could work quite nicely in Luccini's favor. So going by the draft, I would say Luccini have got this, but also, you know, Infamous, they are the more experienced team. They are probably the stronger team.
Stronger team on paper.
On
but
paper,
how often
yeah.
Things on paper work in Dota. It's just.
I'd say
don't say all the time.
Okay,
Come on,
I was gonna throw 70% of the time, but. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll take those odds.
Yeah, well, 70%. But then I also say like Lucini's draft is like a 70% better than Infamous's draft. So
what you're telling me is
it's complete 50-50. Yeah. Nobody knows what does a win rate probability be? Wait, where is it? I think it's.
Oh, no, you can only do it when you're spectating the game rather than casting. I think.
30 seconds to battle.
Not sure.
Yeah, I don't know where it is. I'm gonna be honest. There is a way to get it up, but yeah, I don't know how. Either way, we do have BNN defending this bounty rune as Jericho is kind of hanging around the Roche pit. It's just doing a bit of scouting, you know. Ward's already down, so.
Yeah, there could be a triple rune here for Luccini, I think, if the Omni Knight decides to invade. Yeah, he's just swapping.
The battle begins.
Okay, yeah, well, they will get the triple rune, and there's not a whole lot which Infamous can really do. Although, they haven't picked it up yet, and the Pugner's just going to run in and grab it. So, Bad Boy was a little bit too scared of the brambles, and didn't keep his eyes on the prize, and he's actually falling quite low to BNN here. And BNN may be the first one to pick up first blood. Can he juke it through the trees? No, he cannot. The Pugner gets it. Might go down in return. Needs to go down in return. Jericho's giving chase, but he's got this Riptide not quick enough. And the Pugner, he is a very fast boy. Jericho, though... Oh dear, this it's going to cost him. Going under the tower there like that was...
Yeah, Pugner's faster than Naga.
Everyone.
So...
Pugner is a speeding bullet, a speeding green bullet.
We were talking about this the other day.
Lanes.
The Pugner really doesn't look like a fast hero.
Yeah, it super bugs me. Like, Dota's all about theming. Dota's all about, you know, like the fast heroes generally have 4 legs or have some kind of lore which makes them faster than wind. Pugner, he's just a little green dude. Just really, like, sprinty for some reason. Up at top, Matthew and Jericho kind of trading hits with one another. Just a bit of friendly support stuff. Both heroes kind of in balance to trading hits, which is quite interesting. You got the Dark Willow with her insane attack speed, and then Naga Siren with her insane armor, so kind of don't really care about each other. Although if BNN comes, lays down a bit of damage as well, it's oof, nice Nether Blast catching out maybe 2. I'm not sure Bad Boy's wanting that, but still.
Yeah, the Pugner and the Willow can put so much pressure onto this lane here, just the 2 of them.
Like, it wouldn't be an SA qualifier without a pause, would it?
Like, Naga and Disruptor are both... Naga not so much, but Disruptor, like we said before, is really greedy in terms of laning stage. Not until like the Naga gets level 2 and they can put like a net down, then a kinetic field with the spin on top from the jug. They might be able to get kills then, but up until that point, Willow and Pugner are really just going to pressure this lane very hard. It's not easy for the Dire in this lane. They have to commit 3 heroes to it just to make sure they don't lose the lane. And this just frees up the Rubik in the bot lane though, because the Tiny's quite happy to 1v1 the Omni. So it just means Rubik can chain pull here, and they can get away with this greedy position 5 pick. I like the setup that they've got at the moment.
Yeah, this lane's going pretty well for them. But what can Luccini switch up to make this work better for them?
I don't think they can, honestly. I think they just have to kind of just let the Omni Knight get whatever he can, and because they can't let this Jug stay alone against this Pugner Willow. Otherwise, he's just going to get completely bullied out the lane. Now, the tower would fall. As soon as the Pugner gets to like level 5 or something and just starts pressuring your tower, then it's very difficult. I think a lot of the skill is going to come up in this mid matchup. As the levels come online, I imagine TA to be doing better, and we've seen that she can always just go back to the jungle as well and farm. So
yeah,
but OD really needs to try and make the most of this lane, I think.
Yeah, is it a really OD favored lane though? Like, I feel like Templar Assassin, once she gets this refraction up, you know, there's not a whole lot OD can do to burn them down. And that's going to stop him being able to get those astrals off, so things are seeming like a little bit awkward for the OD.
Yeah, I think it's important that the OD puts points in orb this game instead of astral imprisonment. So just try and bully him out the lane with the int steal instead. So even though you're not doing damage, you are like annoying the TA effectively by taking their mana away.
Alrighty, well, looks like we are ready to go, as Peter calls it. Nope, never mind. False start. False start. Suck, says Jericho. Just wanting to sort something out over on that Negasarian. So yeah, looking at the last hits right now, we do have... oh boy. We have Tiny ahead, with his big old tree. No surprises here. I mean, there's not a whole lot an Omni Knight can do to stop a Tiny farming. And, I mean, Tree Throw, it's a pretty good spell, right?
Yeah, it's super good. I'm glad it got the nerf that it did in terms of cooldown at lower levels. I think it used to have like a 20-second cooldown at level 1, and now it's like 28 seconds. I think that's a good way of nerfing the hero, because the skill was just too strong before. And you really don't want to level it up, because you kind of want that max Avatos combo. If you level max Tree Throw, you don't really offer anything apart from in the laning stage. So
yeah,
you really need those levels in the mid game to get the combos off.
I mean, a lot of us were sad to see that Aghanims disappear on Tiny. I mean, I guess on the flip side, you do get to see baby Tiny running around with a giant tree, which the model is just so cute, and we never used to see it before, because, I mean, who would find an Aghanims before level 6, but it's here now, and we love it.
Like, if you look at this top lane at the moment, the Disruptor and the Naga are both just standing on the side. They just can't do anything until they get some levels online. It's really difficult for them.
The classic Dark Willow zoning.
Yeah, he just really doesn't want them to pull, but it's going to be difficult to cancel when it's so close to the creep camp.
Well, Matthew... Yeah, bad boy had his eyes on that. Matthew did not. Having to spin out on Madara there to stop the damage from BNN coming through, but his Sal's going to get cancelled as the Pugna jumps onto the tower, will decrepify himself immediately after getting Riptide.
He really wants that healing ward kill. The Jug's trying to bait him in, but not this time.
Well, BNN is still having a pretty nice time in this top lane, considering it is a Pugna off lane.
TA picks up a DD as well that spawned on the top side, so he's going to be really pressuring this OD now.
Yeah, nah. Gemini is kind of... Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Nearly died just walking past the creep wave. That is not a good sign for your middle laner right now. Yeah. Infamous, their lanes are going pretty well right now.
Yeah, they're going to be very happy, especially with this Tiny in the bot lane. Like, he's got 9 denies already, so he's like a level ahead of the Omni Knight. When you're 2 minutes, 3 minutes into the game, that's a massive difference.
Yeah, it is.
And look, this Rubik's just pulling again, just getting away with it, just chain pulling. Do whatever he wants down here. Tiny doesn't care about CSing under tower because he hits for about 1 million. It's fine.
A metric 1 million.
Quelling Blade just in case.
Wow, he even did. Yeah, that's not very common to see Quelling Blade on the Tiny.
I mean, the best thing about it is the splash that you get from the tree throw. So Omni Knight understands that he needs to contest the pull here to just try and stop the Rubik from getting whatever he wants.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty farm Rubik. Yep, this is a Templar Assassin in trouble. She does have that refraction off, but it does get burnt down. Now they're gonna throw out that Astral Imprisonment. Is it enough to finish off the Templar? Yes, it is. Jericho is staying by. Wanted to just to secure that kill, but luckily the Astral was enough damage.
If people didn't know, Orb of Venom actually takes off refraction charges now. It didn't used to, but now it does slightly more damage. I think it's 5 per second, which is the minimum amount to take off refraction.
Oh.
So very, very good choice when the enemy has a TA on their team. Just MoFarah things, dude.
Just those little knowledge nuggets.
I'm a man of the people. I don't want people to, fall behind.
Spread the knowledge, spread the word, spread the love. Love it. Well, Bad Boy doing a bit of pilling of his own here, just trying to desperately deny off that range creep, and will be successful. As BNN, he's doing what he can. Ooh, Cursed Crown, yeah, onto Bad Boy here as Lysa comes in as well. Thread on the Bramble Maze on top of that. It's too much damage for Bad Boy. Madara jumping in, interestingly. Yeah, I think he is.
The problem is now that Pugna's like level 3 and he has this level 2 blast, he's just going to start hitting your tower.
He's going to start blowing up your tower. He's getting busy with this one.
And this is why people have just started moving away from this Naga Disruptor, because people now understand that it makes your laning stage so greedy.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Like, net, it's a great spell. Ensnare is a great spell, but it just doesn't offer enough in the laning phase. Compare it to, Telekinesis or, like, basically any of Dark Willow's spells, and it's just not really that good.
Yeah, any skill that offers repositioning is usually really valued, such as like burrow strike, lift, and things like that. Even if whether it's on the opponent or whether it's on yourself, it's still like a massive ability.
Yeah, yeah.
That mobility can't be undervalued.
Well, it's not the most explosive start to a game I've seen. I mean, well, actually, I said it's been 4 kills in 5 minutes, but it's all been happening at top, you know? It's been pretty chilled elsewhere on the map, except for that gank onto TA. So Sword is trying to make a difference here and laying down the harass onto Pizza, but Pizza being kind of careful. Knows that there's Nagasara nearby and doesn't want to give anything away.
They're like, it's not the Tiny's job to kill people at the moment. He knows he can't kill the Omni Knight, so it's all about just pressuring the lane and just making sure you limit the Omni to what he can get. Because at the moment, you see the Naga just sort of wandering around, not really able to achieve too much. It's all about
Bad boy. There's that Gas Crown coming out again, but I think Matthew's just laying down the harass here. Yeah. Oh no, and bottom lane, it does actually end up happening as they Rubik rotates in and they find the Omni Knight.
Yeah, that's a fantastic rotation because they don't know whether he's top lane waiting to get a kill or whether he's going to TP in somewhere and get something done. And all it takes is a lift into an Avatos combo with a Fade Bolt on top, and
yeah,
they are gone.
Really nice position for middle lane. They're actually going to try and go onto Minos here, and with that net and with the brand new Arcane Orb, it is gonna be enough to bring him down, I think. No, it's not, and the slow from the trap gonna stop them finishing off that kill.
Have they
Minos
stacked any
able to escape.
Oh yeah, look, the TA stacking another camp for himself here. So
yeah, Rubik
Oh, he
doing.
didn't.
Oh, he didn't.
oh, okay.
Well, Rubik did at
Right.
least, so there's something.
I thought he would, but Value's going to the shrine and just taking the camps more. It's it's an efficient use of time at the moment, but he's going to be looking back going, damn, I wish I stacked for myself.
Don't we all?
No, because I never get to play core. It's fine.
Poor MoFarah.
It's fine. I just offer knowledge, not good plays. It's fine.
Well, Jericho coming onto this top lane. Maybe gonna make a play onto Matthew here with the 3 of them, but no. I do think, I mean, can you... I guess Matthew's playing very defensively right here, but a rare bit of space for the Madara. He's really not doing too well on the last hits. He's sitting on 27. Tiny's up at 48. Then you have... Oh, man. Last hits are looking very grim.
Unfortunately, you can't spin every blast off, so...
You can't, no. And the damage is coming through onto both the Willow and Nagasara, and it may be Matthew who's going to fall first. The Shadow Realm doesn't get you through the... Oh my god. Just managed to turn around and blow up Jericho, though. And now the Juggernaut's going down as well, and the Disruptor hits the deck. I thought Matthew was dead for sure there, but no. Says Infamous as they turn it around, and Matthew survives on 100 HP.
And if that wasn't bad enough, the partner gets the last hit on the healing ward as well. Which is basically, that gives you the gold of a 4th hero.
They might even lose a tower. They got the Nether Blasts.
All mid, they're actually TPing in on top of the TA.
What can you do here? The Ensnare is out. They need to get that refraction down. Will be successful in doing so, but there's no mana left on this Outward Devourer. He's got like 1 Arcane Orb or a Astral Imprisonment. Meanwhile, they're turning it. They're going hard onto the Nagasara and throwing her back into that Bramble Maze, and Astral Imprisonment is out. How much time does it buy? Bad Boy trying to attack from the sidelines, but actually gets himself caught inside that Bramble Maze. Leisberg coming forwards, getting glimpsed back actually, but they can't quite find the right click, and Minos just trying to get those hits off and will find the Outward Devourer. Came a little bit too far forwards there just as Lyos got his Fade Bolt off, and then it just took 1 more hit from the TA and to bring down that Astral Beast.
Yeah, and look at this, the TA's just pushing the wave in with traps as well. So mid's getting pressured, top's getting pressured because this Pugner can do whatever he wants. Like he can't die to the Omni Slash because he's just going to decrep himself.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, Jug's kind of just like, I'm here, but I'm just going to take a ton of damage and a convenient pause, to say the least. Alright then, is Juggernaut going to live?
Do you know what the weirdest bit is? OD is literally just TP'd in top of the tower that died, and then he paused himself. So he might be in trouble here. He's using imprisonment, and he can probably run away. But if the TA lays down like a trap or something afterwards, then I guess there's no support rotations coming in or anything.
Yeah, so mid is looking tricky. Up in the jungle with Juggernaut and Pugner, it's looking tricky. I mean, I think I think we don't have a kill at mid. There's not going to be any supports here. I reckon Templar Assassin's just going to walk away from this one.
Yeah, hopefully. I want to see. I don't know. This Jug doesn't have spin, but he has Omni Slash. So Pugner doesn't have too much mana. He has 10-1 charges. But his blast isn't up for 3 seconds. So I think the Jug's going to be fine. He has 1 charge himself. So.
Yeah, he might be alright. He's got a salve available as well. And 17-1 charges. Yeah, he's going to be alright.
And Tiny actually has his blink now, which he's just picked up. So,
wow, that's a very good timing. Power treads and blink at 9 minutes 30.
And you see Matthew and Lyserg are just smoked in on the side. So if they can find this Omni Knight, he's gonna fall.
Yeah, this is looking very tricky. I love the way they've been playing with this Rubik and Dark Willow combo though. It's really, really potent with the Bramble Maze. And you will see her putting all the levels into the Brambles so that they can lift up and then throw them into a second Brambles, or even throw them into the first Brambles or whatever. Just making sure that procs off.
Yeah,
it's really, really useful.
I like that the way that Infamous are playing there with their laning setup. We talked about the Omni Knight wanting to have a partner to fight with, and that's what I talked about when they picked the OD. But it doesn't matter if the Omni Knight gets farmed, so they've just sort of left him in this 1v1. What matters is he has this partner that can fight.
All right, go. Let's see. At middle lane, they are going to banish up the TA and just run away from that one. And Juggernaut is just going to run away with his healing ward. So Omni Knight. In the meanwhile, I think he might be the fatality here as he's tossed up into the air, lifted again, and taken down. You know, big old slap with that big old tree.
This Dark Willow's doing so much. It's almost like both the supports are level 6, apart from the Dark Willow's almost there. And it's not even, they haven't got the tome yet.
Illusion.
This is ridiculous. We usually see one of the supports being like so far behind, but not this game.
No, this is a lot of farm. I mean, geez, and look at the net worth graph. Just look at the Luccini cores, you know. 2.7k and on the both the OD and the Juggernaut, and then you have 5.3k on the Tiny. I mean, this is a 7k advantage for Infamous right now. Luccini, they're feeling the pressure for sure.
Yeah. This TA's trying to take an ancient stack, but it's very daring. He's very low.
Yeah, he's got the refraction in 1 second, so we'll try again. There you go. Throw down a meld or two. It's a high octane gameplay here, but I think Minos might just do it.
All bot lane, there's going to be a fight brewing.
Nailed it.
They have the Disruptor's only level 4.
Good,
so
an aggressive play from Luccini. This is what we need, but also the rest of Infamous are waiting as well as they throw up this Omni Knight, and they will be able to take him out before he can get any spells off. Now Luccini needs to get out of here, but Bad Boy, he is called out and he's going to die to that massive Shadow Realm blast from Matthew.
And Omni Knight has this Invis rune. Not Omni Knight, sorry, OD has this Invis rune, and he sees him die and he's like, alright guys.
Yeah, he just watched his friends get slaughtered in front of his very eyes and was like, okie dokie. That's not something I could deal with.
I talked about this yesterday a little bit. I'm not sure if it was yesterday actually or another day, but the way that different people play Dark Willow. So I think the most common build at the moment for a Dark Willow is to max Bramble Maze. Sometimes we see the max Shadow Worm instead, but this seems to be the way to go, especially with how you talked about the lift being able to throw people back into those brambles. So he's actually going for a Veil first as well. So this magic damage that is coming out from the Dark Willow is going to be absolutely massive, and it's not just him. It's the Tiny.
It's the Null Field. Ugh. Veil and Null Field is just going to be absurd. Yeah, Infamous, they're really starting to get going this game. I mean, and Luccini've only been able to find 1 kill. It's a grim state of affairs.
And they know they can just up the tempo of this game and just take all the towers, because at the moment, like, OD can't fight. He's not in a position to be able to fight. He's only got Treads double Null. He needs at least another, probably 2 items before he can start fighting.
Steals that rune away under Minos' nose, and Minos is a little bit hesitant to actually go on him there, thinking that this may be a gank, but it wasn't. It was just a rune.
Ooh, bot lane.
Jumping forwards. Okay, so banishment is here, and that's going to give them the time they need to destroy the ward. Did they have an interrupt for this? They have the ensnare. That'll do it. And now they can bring down the Pugner. So a second kill. Fairly big one. I mean, 3rd highest net worth hero. It's worth something.
Yeah, they really need the level 6.
Need a lot more though.
Well. So Naga's level 6 now, but Disruptor's still only level 5.5. They really need to give him that value. You know, they really need to give him that XP to get there so that they can actually take fights. Oh, not ignoring.
For Peter finds the Juggernaut, and Juggernaut is not the hero who can drop. What's he building? He's going for the Battle Fury. I mean,
yeah, that's I don't think he has to change his mind now. Like, he has to go for something else.
Yeah,
He's
I
not
don't
gonna
really see the
keep up
Battle Fury happening. What
Even
would
if
you
he-
go for then? Sandra and Yasha?
I'd probably just go for like a Yasha into a SMY or a Manta first. I like the Manta against the Willow, but he has spin anyways, so he just needs to be able to fight at this point in the game. Otherwise, they're just going to get completely run over, and you see that at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, he's already getting fairly run over as Tiny picks up his Blink Dagger and his Shadow Blade now as well in the courier. Will be coming out to him shortly. Templar Assassin with the fully completed Daedalus, and Pugna has that Aether Lens, so yeah, Infamous, they've just hit a bunch of timings, and they're letting Luccini know about it. They're knocking on their door going, hello, look at our fancy new items, and Luccini want absolutely nothing to do with them. But unfortunately, they just can't avoid these fights.
They have the sleep stuff.
Oh, he couldn't get it off! He couldn't get the sleep off! Omni Slash gonna rip through, but really do nothing as the Beyblades fighting one another. Blast from the past childhood here. Madara, though, I think he might have met his fate here. No, turning in. The sleep forces Tiny away. No, sorry, that was
I really want this jug.
stunned up, lifted, thrown back into Matthew. The damage, it's a little bit too much. The toss finishes him up. Madara will survive. At the very least. In comes the spin. Did he miss? I think he still got the ulti off. And there's a Soul Insanity's Eclipse that doesn't really do a thing. And the Rubik does drop in the end. Just having a bit of fun with this game right now as they do take down Jericho. And BNN is going to drop. So Luccini's showing a little bit of life.
Oh, Disruptor just brought back and
Yeah,
he
he
gets
just
2 hit.
Die backed. The GA is used.
Oh, the Bedlam. Is
But
he gonna
there's a
be able to
Bedlam,
stop
the damage, it needs... Oh no, Omni might manage to get the repel off on himself, so he's not going to drop, and they both find the return kill onto the Dark Widow. Infamous are falling apart a little bit here. Surely they can't lose the TA as well. Surely not, and she's actually going to go and farm for a bit, and then turn it around with the Meld Strike. That's just going to kill the OD. Madara trying to fight it up with Minos, does find the crit, but doesn't find the damage to follow up with.
I think if they'd have got that TA, it would have been massive for them, but they didn't quite have enough damage and mobility to be able to get on top of her, and like you say, as soon as she turns around and just smacks you back, it's not great. Like, the TA has blinked Deso and it's 15 minutes. This is
It's
crazy.
a shame, yeah. Luccini, they really want to get on top of TA, but don't we all? Anyway, Omni Knight, he's got himself the Hood of Defiance, so that will help out a little bit against all this magic damage coming out from Infamous.
Jug's in trouble.
No, not again, Juggernaut. Madara, he's gonna drop. And, well...
Oh, now the OD's in trouble.
Not like this. Not another one. OD.
They have the Bedlam as well.
The Omni Knight is here, Jericho as well, and the Disruptor. Have they got the song? They've got the song available should they want to use it, but the Fear's gonna come through and catches on all of them. That is Jericho dropping, and that is no song, and the Shrine's not going to be nearly enough to keep you alive, Gemurai.
And look at this stunning, and the CC coming up from the Willow is huge.
Pugna Blast, there's a Brambles, there's no running away, you are dead, Omni Knight. And, well, at least Juggernaut survived.
I think, so Infamous have a choice here whether they want to just start hitting the high ground, but they have the ability to take Roche as well, so I think they'll get some chip damage in. But, you know, they have this Pugna TA, so they take the tower so quick.
Desolator, Nether Blast, it's all pretty good at taking towers.
Yeah, they bounce, and there's the Tiny as well that I didn't even mention, so this is...
Yeah, I mean, the fact when the Tiny is the weakest part of your pushing lineup is really quite scary.
Yeah. OD's given up, he's had enough.
Gemurai with another disconnect. Just having a bit of net issues. Pretty typical in SA games, I mean.
Yeah.
This happens. It's a fact of life around here. Around these parts, around the hoods.
Juggernaut's level 9, and it's almost 17 minutes into the game.
He hasn't even found his first item.
This is so sad.
It is.
So
It's a
sad to hear.
sad
Like,
state of affairs.
when you're playing something like a jug, you really want to just be trying to get that Battle Fury online, you know, try and really steam up your farm.
Yeah, because that's the thing, like, if you're making space for a Juggernaut, then in theory he should be getting really far ahead, but if he doesn't even have his farming item yet, all the space in the world, I mean, he's not gonna, you know, he needs to find this Battle Fury until he can actually farm efficiently.
Yeah, and I don't know, even if when he gets this Battle Fury online, all his racks are probably going to be dead by that time, so he needs to... he committed to the
That was very
perseverance.
pessimistic. I reckon they'll have one rack standing.
Is it
at the time of the,
pessimistic or realistic? What's the...
Well, technically the same thing. You know, it's like this study they did where they found that optimistic people were more likely to remember positive facts and more likely to forget negative facts, and pessimistic and depressed people actually remembered more facts overall. Therefore, should be considered realists, and it should be optimism, which is a true mental disorder.
This sounds all too philosophical for me. I can't.
It's also deeply depressing because basically we all view the world through rose-tinted goggles and ignore the bad things. So, except for the depressed and pessimist. But anyway, back to the game of Dota 2. Infamous pushing at the base, trying to take these barracks.
Do you know what the worst bit is? Even though
What's that?
Luccini, the fight might seem impossible, the Rubik has repel as well. So even if they manage to get on top of somebody,
Oh, no.
the Rubik's just going to repel them anyway.
That is such a big steal. He's like a kid in a candy store this game. Lyseberg, he can like steal anything and just be happy with it. Looks like we're good to go. OD is back. Fortify used. I mean,
Dire's structures are
yeah.
Omni's TPing in from the base. That was a strange TP. And then he runs back. Oh, I don't know, man. This is...
This is
Only
well,
tried to deny the melee Rex. That was big.
barrack falls down. You gotta try. Hey, here comes the sleep. But oh no, the rappel is up, and Madara is just about gonna live. Thanks to the heals, but no, never mind. They do find him now. It's a really big ulti achievement. Who can they catch off? No, it's not enough. They completely turn it around and absolutely annihilate
Did you see?
Luccini.
The Rubik stole the static storm.
Oh, it was Rubik's static storm. I was wondering.
So
I
the
was like,
disruptor
that
put it
would
down.
but that's not their static. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the disruptor put the static down, and then the Rubik just did the same thing, and all of a sudden the OD could output its damage from the orb.
Yikes.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Well, Luccini, they're gonna have to do better than that, I think. I mean, there wasn't any. Their lanes just went horribly wrong, and as the graph will show, things were never looking particularly good for them here. Though, is your net worth and XP graph messed up? Apparently, it was completely dead even until the 7-minute mark.
Yes, but that's might be something to do with pauses or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think so. It's really weird though. I've never seen that before. Anyway, that's all weird. Player net worths are fine.
I love
so-
this bit. If you look at the win probability, that's the funniest thing. They're like, oh yes, Luccini are going to win, and then they're like, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Yeah, they knew like me. They knew Luccini had the better draft, but
I think if you're Luccini there, you need to just go back to the drawing board, and they need to pick a support that wins one of their lanes, because that was the main problem there. Like you said, they just got run over in all of their lanes. And when you have this Naga disruptor, you can't pick these greedy cores that don't win the lane.
Yeah.
They just need to sort their laning stage out to give themselves a chance in the next game, I think.
and you know what they say: if you don't win the lane, you don't win the game.
Yeah,
That's not true.
not true, but we'll
Well,
go
not
with
quite
it.
true, but yeah. Nobody actually said that. Anyway, I've been NomadCasts. He's been MoFarahDota. We'll be back with game number 2 very shortly. Don't go anywhere.